Hey everyone. Are you a fan of Pokemon, but you're just kinda sick of the conventional experience, but you want to relive it? Well, you're in luck, because we got Pokemon hacks. These are quite amazing. And let me put it out there that there are many, many Pokemon ROM hacks out there. And I always look forward to acquiring more of them for my collection, because I like to collect the physical cartridges. And just exploring them is so exciting. I'm only going to sample a few of them in this video, but just really hunt some of these down or pop them in your emulator, whatever your preference is, because they truly are a trip. The first game we're going to take a look at is Pokemon Orange, or Pokemon Ouya, as the title screen says. Okay. As the name implies, it's basically a ROM hack of Pokemon Red or Blue version, only modified to represent the Orange Island arc of the anime that they did when they ran out of Kanto stuff to do in the anime before Gold and Silver released. The way you're introduced to this game is similar to the original games. You're just introduced by Professor Gak. And then ask me my name, the usual. I'll go with Al, I guess. Hey, wait. I picked Al, not John. Okay. So the game starts, and your character is a sprite of Jessie from Team Rocket for some reason. And you're told by a nurse that's in your house that Professor Ivy wants to see you to give you your first Pokemon. The starters in this game are Pikachu, Eevee, and Lapras because Orange Islands. I chose the poison one, Lapras. Yeah, I don't know. You start up on an island and you need to surfboard to progress, even though you did choose Lapras, who would know surf, right? I don't know. But you get one for free at the Pokemart after you drop off the game's variant of the Oaks parcel, appropriately the GS ball. I mean, gosh, Ash, was it really that hard? I delivered it in like 20 seconds. The layout of the islands is very messy, but I mean, these games are all fan-made Pokemon hacks, so it's forgivable. But man, grinding in this game is a big problem. The first area, at least as far as I saw in my playthrough, exclusively has Dratini. Now part of me was like, oh, heck yeah, Dratini early on, that's great. I got a solid Pokemon right away. But they just take way too long to kill, and unless you pick Eevee, grinding out is just super tedious, because Lapras' only move it knows at level 5 is Water Gun, and I'm assuming Pikachu only knows like Thunder Shock or something, so it's just a pain. Now, there's a reason why every Pokemon generation has mediocre, normal, and flying types in the beginning of the game, to balance it out so that it's easy to grind from the start of the title. Now, Pokemon like Pidgey do appear, but by the time they do, they are at a much higher level than you are, unless you actually sit there for like an hour grinding Dratinis. The gym leaders from the series are also in this game as well, although admittedly I didn't get very far in the game due to the flawed grinding mechanics, but I did get to the first gym leader, Sissy. I mean, what kind of name is Sissy anyway? Short for Cisco? Anyway, it's an interesting hack, but yeah, definitely pick Eevee if you want a chance of getting through this game. The next game we're gonna take a look at is called Pokemon Cock version? Wonder why they made a game centered around poultry. No, not doing this. No. Next up, we're gonna get into some less conventional hacks. The next game I'll be checking out is Super Pika Land. As the title in the artwork, which is great by the way, suggests, it's a hack of Super Mario Land. the launch title of the Game Boy. I kind of struggled to determine whether it's more so a Pokemon hack or a Mario hack. I guess it is the latter more, but I wanted to look at Pokemon hacks anyway, so I'm checking it out here. Deal with it. You play as Pikachu, and the game is directly Super Mario Land, which it's always a classic. The Super Ball ability is also replaced by Thunderbolts, and the enemy sprites are changed to be Pokemon like Jigglypuff, Butterfree, Gengar, and more. There's some that I'm not entirely sure about, like this ball thing, and this sprite that I'm just going to assume is Porygon because greatest Pokemon ever. What about those birds? Pidgey, I guess. The rocks later on even look like Geodude, and those strange enemies from World 4 are Jessie. Why does she keep appearing in my hacks? The boss fights are mostly unchanged as well, aside from the final one where you fight the deadliest Pokemon of all. Giant Pidgey. The game, of course, is short. I mean, the original game is short, so that kind of makes sense. You can fly through it in, like, under a half hour, usually. So, it's nothing too surprising, but it's definitely worth a pickup if you can find it cheap, or if you want to emulate it, whichever floats your boat. So at the end, you rescue some random girl, and you get to hear that fantastic ending tune from the game. You know, Super Pika Land is a charming little package. Check it out if you ever have a chance. But the next one is another strange game called Pokémon Adventure. Let's take a look at it. What the heck is this? So this game, wow. It's a platformer where you play as quite possibly the scariest depiction of Pikachu I've ever seen. Yeah, even scarier than that one. You collect Pokeballs that presumably function similarly to the rings in Sonic games, and if you get hit without any Pokeball, you die. Controls are horrible in this, and the level design is so cramped, and oh man, no sound effects. Unfortunately, I couldn't even get through the first level, and I got multiple game overs with that lovely game over screen that has Pika Blue on it. It's kind of a masterpiece how much of a mess this game is. Now, I was curious as to what this was a hack of, because despite owning almost 50% of the Game Boy library, I was just not familiar with what this could be. And well, it's a hack of a bootleg Sonic game made for the Game Boy. Actually, to be more specific, according to the Bootleg Game Wiki, it's a hack of a Sonic bootleg that's a hack of another Sonic bootleg. Well, that's certainly something. We got one more, and this time we're stepping into advanced territory with Pokemon Chaos Black. This game is a hack of Fire Red or Leaf Green, and for some reason on the cartridge is a Chaos from the Sonic series. Yeah, I don't know. This game was made by Mew3, you know, that Pokemon that kids in the late 90s rumored existed on the playground. The title screen also has some weird fake Pokemon, and oh yeah, this is the game's shtick. You're greeted by Oak, per usual. He's Oak again, he's not Gak this time, and he gives you the choice of 3 Pokemon. Now, they aren't random ones like in Orange, but modified versions of the original 3 starters. You got Magid. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Flayon, which is like a lion. It looks okay, I guess. And whatever the heck Bliku is supposed to be. Well, I guess I gotta go with this one. The layout and intent of this game are mostly the same, with some alterations to the overworld, such as the full removal of the Viridian Forest for some reason. But it's the basics. Oak's parcel, wait for the drunk guy to have his coffee and have him teach you how to catch a Weedle, etc. You do run into actual Pokemon, but a good amount of them were altered in the game to be these fake Pokemon with gems such as Shizzard, my new favorite Pokemon. It looks kind of like a Metroid bred with a lizard or something. Some of these Pokemon are just confusing. Like, what do you think Furgle is? Oh, it's a dragon. You can also tell what these Pokemon are built upon by just looking at the menu screen because they didn't bother to change the sprites on it. Naturally, having a water starter Brock is mega easy, and that way I get to go to Mountain Moon where I face all these trainers along the way that have some bug Pokemon called Taze and its evolution Podcoon. My Pleiku also evolved at this point into Gekui. I'm not even sure what these things are supposed to be. I also caught a Pokemon that looks like a Solosis fetus called Esplime. I think I'm pronouncing that right. These Pokemon are just really weird, and well, it's time for the deal breaker of this game. So they slightly adjusted the design of the world, which I mentioned previously, it was okay. But you literally cannot get past Mountain Moon. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. After the fossil guy, it's literally a dead end where it's just a staircase leading to water. I mean, even if I had a Pokemon who knew Surf, I don't think I could use it because I don't have the badge that allows that ability. I mean, did the creator even test this? Now, to be fair, the game has been updated since then, so if you play on emulation on a later version, this won't be an issue, but somebody published this game to cartridge despite only being able to get maybe 2 hours into the game. It's a shame, too, because I really wanted to get to the Safari Zone and catch whatever the heck they turned Chansey into.
Yeah, Chaos Black is definitely a trip. It's kind of amazing that someone had that artistic vision. You know, maybe one day I'll track down a cartridge that actually has the finalized product of Chaos Black. But I think that's enough Pokemon hacks, at least for today. But Pokemon hacks, these games are absolutely fascinating. And it's just incredible to see what fans of the game will unleash upon other fellow fans. Even if they might be low quality, they're still a trip, and I look forward to doing a second installment of this in the future, where I can look at even more hacks, because believe me, I got a lot more up my sleeve. Thanks for watching.